fair play, and above all, good sportsmanship. We appreciate your recognition of the values being taught at this educational event. Chaparral Football like to recognize a few of its sponsors this season. Thanks to our partner Banner Sports Medicine, which just opened Banner Sports Medicine Scottsdale in the High Performance Center at Loop 101 in Talking Stick Way. This one-of-a-kind facility supports athletes with everything they need, all under one roof. Whether you need treatment for an injury or you're pushing your athletic performance to the next level, Banner Sports Medicine's expert team is here for the athlete in all of us. Visit bannerhealth.com/sportsmedicine to learn more. That's Banner Sports Medicine. Thanks for supporting the Firebird program. How about Cold Beer and Cheeseburgers, your local neighborhood burger joint? Proud sponsor this year. Stop by for burgers, beers, and sports. Go Birds, that's Cold Beers and Cheeseburgers. Breslow Law Firm, Scottsdale's personal injury law firm. Let's show them a little bit of love. John Breslow and the Breslow Law Firm. Canabar J's, Scottsdale's original rib house, a longtime sponsor of the program. Stop by for some barbecue, drinks, and dancing right down the road. Thank you, Canabar J's. Also, East Scottsdale Medical Care is proud to support the program this year. They offer complete primary care, including school and sports physicals. That's East Scottsdale Medical Care. As a quick reminder, we've got a great group of volunteers that are staffing 2 snack bars this evening, both on the home side of the field. On the east side, you've got a great group of volunteers that are staffing a snack bar that supports the football program. On the west end, you've got a great snack bar over there with a group of volunteers supporting the band program. So go on, head over to either one of them. Pretty much anything you want to eat or drink. Let your whistle fill your belly. All proceeds to support the respective programs. Recognize a couple more sponsors real quick. How about Fogo de Chao, a proud meal sponsor for the program. Enjoy fire roasted meat, seasonal salads, and craft cocktails at Fogo de Chao. Also remember, they're available for private or non-private dining. That's Fogo de Chao. Finally, Heath's Auto Service, a proud sponsor this season. Stop by Heath's Auto Service for all full service and auto repair needs. That's Heath's Auto Service. As a reminder, these sponsors will show love to your players this year in this program. Let's turn around and show them a little bit of love by bringing them some business.
Hello, high school football fans. We are here on the Chaparral High School football field to watch Chaparral's sixth game of the season. This live production is brought to you by Proclamation Productions. Proclamation Productions is a media production company with the goal of producing all types of digital media. This live broadcast would not be possible without our amazing team, and we are very excited to have you with us for tonight's game. If you would like to support us, the best way to do so are by the links down below in the description. Here is a snippet of our latest project, and after that, we'll be right back with some game analytics.
All right, you ready?
Days just slip away. Thank you, everyone, for joining us once again for tonight's game. Once again, I am Jacob Vasquez, and I will be your commentator for tonight's matchup between the Deer Valley Skyhawks facing the Chaparral Firebirds. Now, the Firebirds are coming off a great win last week of 46-7 against the Apollo Hawks. Hard-fought battle, and the Firebirds were able to take out the victory. However, the Skyhawks are coming off of a different type of vibe tonight. Last week, dealing with a 14-27 loss against Thunderbird. With that in mind, the Deer Valley Skyhawks will be led by head coach Dan Friedman, while the Chaparral Firebirds will be led by head coach Tracy Carroll. Now, a couple players to look out for on the Firebird that we've seen kind of have some real efficient games is running back number 2, Jace Wilson. We've seen him be very productive not only in the backfield but also on the special teams, being able to mix it up, get open in space, and make a couple guys miss. We have seen a mix-up of the quarterbacks between Danny Goddess and Max Wagner. Both very capable quarterbacks with two very different styles. One very much into the short RPO game, while the other one is more so of a deep threat passer. So we'll see what Coach Carroll has in store tonight. From what we've seen in the last couple of games, mix it up with a lot of run passes. It's been about an even split of 50-50 running and passing. A lot of that RPO quick game, but we have seen them try to take it down the field and be very successful in that. Tonight's game, we will see how the defense holds up. Last week, they did very well. However, we have seen them struggle previously with some of that pass game. We'll see how Coach Carroll has tightened it up, especially coming off of a great win. The Firebirds being in a great mental space, building momentum and coming right back into this game, as opposed to the Skyhawks where they're actually coming off of a loss. So we're going to see how that affects them mentally as we watch the Firebirds here run out onto the field.
Tonight's national anthem will be performed by Chaparral's own Gold Dust Avenue and Jetsmore Recording Artists. Big round of applause for Chaparral's Gold Dust Avenue. Captains are assembling the midfield captains for the visiting Skyhawks. Number 3, Simon Gonzalez. Number 7, Sergio Gonzalez. Number 77, Anthony Wall. And number 78, Julius Wall. For your Firebirds, captains, number 8, Ryan O'Shaughnessy. Number 77, Thomas Shamasita. Number 7, Colton Kuhn. And number 4, Luke Lang. And our honorary captain tonight, Zoe Maskey.
Chaparral won the toss and will defer.
Officials for tonight's contest, referee Annie Bayardo, umpire John Morales, head linesman John Jackson, linesman Danny Hosler, and back judge Joey Mason.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like Deer Valley Skyhawks will be receiving the ball first, and Chaparral will be on the kickoff side, meaning that Deer Valley will be starting on offense. Chaparral will be starting on defense. Again, two different teams coming in with two completely different mentalities with this game. One coming off a huge win, one coming off of a difficult loss. We're going to see if that momentum from Chaparral can help them keep rolling forward, or if Deer Valley is going to be able to come back with a clean mindset, be able to refresh their game coming into tonight. Chaparral's kicker lining it up. Chaparral's kicker number 83, that is Braden Baker. Ball is kicked all the way out of the back of the end zone. Deer Valley will be starting on the 20. And again, we're going to see what Deer Valley's head coach Dan Friedman has in store tonight. See what the game plan is. Now again, we have seen that Chaparral's defense has struggled with the pass game, especially in the deep to intermediate range. We're going to see if maybe Deer Valley comes out and tries to test that part of the defense. Starting on the 20, it looks like Deer Valley is going to be in a shotgun formation. One running back in the backfield, trips left. Sending a man in motion. Ball is snapped. Fake to the running back, defense in the backfield. Ball is thrown. It's going to be bobbled and dropped. The attempt was to number 2. That was Brody Keith. Quarterback tried to roll out with a fake handoff. However, the DN was ready on that left side, just sitting in wait. Great play by number 7. That was Colton Kuhn waiting for the quarterback. Didn't fall for the fake there. Back into that shotgun formation. Looks like they're going to be running trips right this time. Chaparral's defense making some adjustments here. It is going to be a trips right this time. Bunch formation. Chaparral bringing out some more players. Looks like a miscommunication there from the coaches and the refs. And it's going to be a timeout for Chaparral. Just a little miscommunication on the defense. Coach Carroll wanting to get his guys in and figure out what's going on there. And it looks like Deer Valley is going to be trying to test that pass defense of Chaparral tonight. Running, it looks like they'll be staying in a spread formation. And again, tonight, this is going to be a real test for Chaparral, especially their defense coming off of a great game. We're going to see if they can hold down and maintain that same effort that they did last week. Coming back out onto the field with a few adjustments here. Looks like Colton Kuhn will be moving over to the right side, number 7 for Chaparral. Deer Valley going back into that trips right bunch formation. One running back in the backfield. Chaparral once again having some miscommunications on the D-line here. Looks like they're going to be having a 4-man front on the defense. Deer Valley faking the handoffs. Quick screen to the right. And is going to be stopped at about the line of scrimmage, possibly a gain of 1. That was to number 2, Brody Keith. Immediately swarmed by Chaparral defenders. It'll be a gain of 2 yards here. And again, the short pass game isn't something that Chaparral's defense really struggles with. It's more so that intermediate to deep range. So we're going to see if Deer Valley tries to target that. We're going to be back into that spread formation, empty backfield here. Trips on the left-hand side. Chaparral showing for, however, they did drop with their DN back the last play. See if they keep him in. Ball is going to be snapped over the quarterback's head. Falls on it, but not until the 2-yard line. Deer Valley in a bad position now due to a miscommunication with the quarterback and the center. Going to be pushing it back all the way to the 2-yard line. It will now be 4th and long. Deer Valley bringing out their special teams, it seems. They'll be punting to Chaparral here. Going to be kicking out of their own end zone here. Chaparral showing a blitz. Ball is snapped. Ball is kicked, almost blocked there. And it's going to be returned by Jace Wilson, making some guys miss, heading out to the right side. Great block there, has some room. And he's tackled after a great return, able to bring it all the way down to the 8. However, there is a flag on the play. We'll see what the call is here.
Right. Number 47. First.
Penalties against the Firebirds on the return.
It is going to be on Chaparral. And Deer Valley does have a player down. It looks like that was the player that was caught on the block by number 47 from Chaparral. Hoping that he's okay. Again, we never want to see anybody hurt from these games. These boys put in so much work to be on the field. To see one down is always something you don't want to see. It's nothing that you ever wish for. And ladies and gentlemen, as we see this young man being carted off the field, we are all here on the Proclamation Production team is wishing him and his family and friends nothing but the best. Of course, football is a contact sport. It is very physical, but this is never something that we want to see happen to one of these young men out here just trying to enjoy the game of football. The game will be starting back soon. Both teams are going to take some time to warm up, get back into it, and then the game will be starting. But once again, wishing that young man, his family, and his friends nothing but the best as we continue to the rest of this game. We saw the athletic trainers there take their time, try to put as many precautions as they could to make sure that the young man is safe, and he will be heading to the hospital, hopefully hearing nothing but good news once he gets there. We did see that he was able to keep moving his hands around. He was able to speak to the trainers. Again, the trainer just using as much precaution as possible, hoping that the young man will be okay as he heads to the hospital. It will be Chaparral's ball. Offense will be coming out here. They should be starting at around their own 18-yard line after a penalty from that block. Deer Valley will be coming back onto defense. It looks like the game will be starting up very soon, and this is going to be a really big game changer for both teams. We're going to see how this affects these young men mentally. As much as football is a physical game, the mental side of it plays a big part in how efficient and well your team actually plays. Again, this is the type of thing that we like to see. No one wants to see a player injured, especially when they're out there giving their all. However, tonight, these players will have to overcome that challenge and continue to push forward. Once again, Chaparral Firebirds will be starting on offense here in the red zone. Deer Valley will be heading on to defense. It looks like from that penalties, the Firebirds will actually be starting from the 35-yard line. It will be first down for them to be their first time coming onto the field on offense. We said they'll be going to that spread formation. They're going to have one tight end and a running back in the backfield. Ball is going to be fake, looking for the deep man. The ball is thrown, and it is going to be called incomplete. Ball intended for the end zone. Would have been a touchdown if caught. And Chaparral coming right off the jump, going for the big play here. Going right back into that spread formation. No tight end in the backfield this time. Be on the line on the left-hand side. Ball is snapped. Handed off to the running back is Jace Wilson. Met at the line of scrimmage, able to pick up about a yard. It's going to be 3rd and 9. Deer Valley's defense there, meeting him at the line of scrimmage, not allowing Jace Wilson to break off into a bigger play. Going back into that spread formation, is going to have the tight end in the backfield as a fullback. Quarterback scanning the field, motions the tight end back to the fullback position. Ball is snapped, fake handoff, dump pass to that tight end. Man with the defender, able to make a miss with a spin move and move forward, inching closer to the first down. That was number 22 on the catch there. That was Max McGinney. Was a gain of about 6 there. 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 It'll be 4th down here. And it looks like Coach Carroll's going to keep that offense out there. They're going to be going for it here. Sending a man in motion. Ball is snapped. Quarterback looking for an open man. Quick out to the right-hand side. Going to be met as soon as the ball is caught. Going to be pushed back. However, there is a flag on the play.
Motion on the offense. That penalty will be declined. First.
And the penalty there was on Chaparral. Deer Valley is going to be declining that penalty. It will be 1st and 10 for Deer Valley on their own 28. Back-to-back 3 and outs from Chaparral and Deer Valley here. Deer Valley in a shotgun formation with a fullback as well. Sending a man in motion. Ball is snapped. It's going to be handed off to the man in motion. Making some moves, heading up the field. Able to get a decent gain on that run. That was by number 2, Brody Keith, for that jet sweep. Gain of about 6 yards there. Back into that shotgun formation. It's going to be twins on either side. Ball is snapped. Quarterback dropping back. Quick out to the right-hand side. Ball is going to be caught by number 12. That is Connor Bogart. Great read there by the quarterback. Deer Valley back to the line of scrimmage. Going to be trip left. Hand off to the running back right down the middle. That is number 4, Aiden Sanchez, for a gain of about 4 yards there. Back to the line. Deer Valley pushing the pace here. Trips left this time. And that is going to be an offsides.
Against the Firebirds.
Dead ball. Encroachment on the defense. 5-yard penalty. Feels like.
Or my apologies. That was an encroachment by the defense by Chaparral there. Deer Valley picking up the pace and then calling the ball on 2. Great decision there. It'll now be 2nd and short here. Ball is snapped. Handoff to the running back right down the middle. Fighting for those extra yards. Met at the line of scrimmage. Able to push it for a 1st down. And it looks like Deer Valley is going to be going to an empty backfield here. Trips left, quarterback snaps the ball, looking back. The ball is tipped at the line of scrimmage. Defensive end able to get their hand up and tap that ball. Looks like the pass was intended to the right to number 12, to Connor Bogart once again. Defense able to stop the play that time. Quarterback back on the field. It'll be 1 running back in the backfield. Ball is snapped, handed off to the running back down the middle. Defender in the backfield, able to break the tackle, but is met with a sea of red jerseys there. Able to get some positive yards. Turn would look like would have been a loss into a pretty decent gain for the team here. It's going to be 3rd down for Deer Valley. Quarterback in the backfield, scanning the field. Trips left this time, empty backfield. On to once again, Chaparral jumping off sides.
Dead ball. Approach defense. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
And that'll push Deer Valley up 5 yards again. It's going to be 3rd and short here for them. Once again, Chaparral showing a blitz. Deer Valley try to get them to jump off sides once again. Empty backfield, trips left. Ball is snapped. There's a blitz coming in. Quick throw out to the right. Ball is incomplete. Dropped down by Chaparral. Ball was broken up by number 21. That is Jackson Bowman on the Chaparral Firebirds there. It's going to be 4th down here for Deer Valley. Looks like they're going to be bringing out their special teams. Chaparral will be receiving the punt here. Ball is snapped. And it's going to be a fake. Never mind, ball is kicked. Pinning Chaparral very deep into their own territory. This is going to be great right here for the Deer Valley's defense. Now, it looked like that the punter was going to keep the ball and actually try to make it for the first down, but saw that Chaparral was ready for it on the defensive side, decided to kick it after making an attempt at a run. Not something you see very often in football, but it is allowed. Chaparral going back to that spread formation. They're going to go far right with their 2 wide receivers. Sending a man in motion. Ball is snapped. Hand off to the running back right down the middle. That's Jace Wilson, able to pick up a couple yards. And we see here from Chaparral, they're going with Ryan Trockey as their quarterback to start the game. Coach Carroll is someone that likes to use his different quarterbacks to try to switch up the tempo of the game. We'll see if that happens tonight. Once again, going back to that spread formation, going to have 1 tight end on the right-hand side. Sends a man in motion. Ball is snapped. And it's going to be a quick pitch to the tight end right down to the right. Good run for a decent gain of yards. That is going to be number 9. That is Jack Britta, the motion man. That is going to be a first down there for Chaparral. Ball is snapped, handed off to the running back. Able to break some tackles, but is met at the line of scrimmage, fighting for those extra yards. However, there is a flag on the play.
Hold it. Number 77. 10 from the previous spot. Still first down.
And it is going to be a holding on the Chaparral Firebirds. Now, this is something that we've seen them struggle with all year long, the penalties. And it's usually the penalties usually tend to come when they're really on a roll and their offense starts to move, build momentum. Then they get a penalty and it kind of puts out their fire. We're going to see how they respond this time. We're going to be back into that spread formation. Trips right with 1 running back in the backfield. Deer Valley showing 4 on the line. Sends the running back into motion. And there's going to be a flag on the play.
False start. Number 66 on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
And it looks like it's going to be a false start on Chaparral, pushing them even further back. It's going to be first and long here for Chaparral. And just a quick equipment timeout. Back into that same formation, sends the running back into motion. Ball is snapped, quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. Quick out to the right-hand side, that's to Jace Wilson, able to make some guys miss in the open field. Gains enough yards for close to a first down. However, there are flags on the field. We'll see what the call is here. Great catch and run there by Jace Wilson. We'll see if it's going to be brought back.
We have 2 flags on the play. Offense. That penalty is declined. Illegal block in the back.
Against the Firebirds.
10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Still first down.
And that is going to be 2 penalties there on Chaparral. There's going to be a block in the back and a holding after a great catch and run by Jace Wilson. So pretty much starting back to where they were previously. Back into that shotgun formation is going to be trips left this time, sending the running back out into motion. Going to bring him right back. Ball of snap, looking for the open man. Quick out to the left. Making some man's move, finds some open space. Fighting for those extra yards. Great catch and run there once again. That is number 8, Ryan O'Shaughnessy. One of the bigger targets that we've seen here from Chaparral. Gets a decent bit of passes to him. Is fairly open most of the time that we see here. It is going to be 2nd and 10 here after a great catch and run. Back into that shotgun formation. Ball to snap. Handed off to Jace Wilson, taking it right down the middle, making some guys miss. Beautiful run there. And those are the type of runs that we expect to see from Jace Wilson. Very shifty runner, able to make somebody miss without losing any speed there. Be a gain of 10. It's going to be a first down for Chaparral. Back on the ball. Shotgun formation. Hand off to Jace Wilson once again, making guys miss. Was able to get wrapped up there by Deer Valley. That was number 6 from Deer Valley making the tackle. That was Bryson Keith. Being able to prevent a small play from turning into a big one. Was a gain of about 4 yards there by Chaparral. Jace Wilson already making an immediate impact in this game. Chaparral going back. They have a fullback in the backfield. Ball to snap, pitch to the fullback, decides to take it up the middle, fighting for those extra yards. Looks like it is going to be a gain of about 5 there. It'll be 3rd and short. Chaparral back on the field. It's going to be trips right this time. Sends a man in motion. Ball to snap. Handed off to Jace Wilson. Taking it to the outside. Drops his shoulders. Able to get that first down. Great run there by Jace Wilson. Going to be back into that spread formation. It's going to be trips right this time. Ball to snap, drops back, quick out to the left. It's going to be complete. Quarterback able to throw it right over the corner's head, hit his open man. That was number 22 on the catch. That was Max McGinney. Quarterback Ryan Trockey playing very efficient right now. Chaparral back on the ball, picking up the pace. Ball is snap, dropping back, looking for the open man. Quarterback decides to take it himself, makes the linebacker miss and dive forward, picking up those extra yards. Once again, that is Ryan Trockey at quarterback, making it happen for his team. And Chaparral's offense in a flow right here. Mix of short passes, some deep open runs. Going to be about 2nd and 4 here. Sends a man in motion. Quarterback snaps the ball, hands it off to Jace Wilson right down the middle. met at the line of scrimmage, but able to power forward. Number 78 on Deer Valley making that tackle. That's Julius Wald. Jace Wilson getting the first down for his team. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Chaparral once again. Ball is snapped. Quarterback drops back. Quick throw out to the left. Able to pick up a couple yards before being taken out of bounds. That is number 22, once again, Max McGinney. And that will be the end of the first quarter. Still 0-0 Chaparral against Deer Valley. However, Chaparral's offense starting to kick it up a notch, being very effective in their game plan. A lot of running, a lot of short passes to the outside, able to pick up those short yarders and convert them into first downs. Two biggest players that we've seen tonight has been Ryan Trockey, the quarterback for Chaparral, making very effective reads, even getting a run in himself there. And running back Jace Wilson making a lot of guys miss tonight, running very effective. Hasn't been stopped for negative yards yet. We're going to see if Chaparral can keep this offensive game going forward. We're going to see how Deer Valley on the defensive side handles it. Going to be switching to the other side of the field for the second quarter here. Once again, it is 0-0. We see Chaparral High School fans there having fun with the floaties. And from what we've seen here, Chaparral and Deer Valley having about the same amount of plays, surprisingly. Chaparral only running about 4 more plays than Deer Valley has. However, their offense is looking very effective right now. It's going to be about 2nd and 4 here. Back into that shotgun formation, one fullback in the backfield. Ball is snapped. It's going to be a fake handoff, throw across the middle, a little too high. And they're going to throw a flag there on the safety. Looks like they're going to call it for a late hit on number 3, Simon Gonzalez.
Personal foul on the defense. Hit on a defenseless receiver. Half the distance to the goal, first down.
And that is going to be first down for Chaparral. We see there on the hit. Pretty of a controversial call. The wide receiver was going up for the ball while the safety was making contact, caught him on the way down, couldn't stop the momentum. A 50-50 call that we call there. It's going to be first down for Chaparral in the red zone. Chaparral going into that shotgun formation, 2 fullbacks, handing it off to Jace Wilson right down the middle, bounces it to the outside, finds a gap and gets into the end zone. However, there are flags on the play once again. This is going to be the 3rd big play by Jace Wilson that may be brought back by a flag. Possibly the first touchdown for Chaparral. However, we're going to see what the call is here.
Holding, number 8 on the offense. 10-yard penalty, spot of the foul, still first down.
And once again, another flag for holding against Chaparral after getting a lucky call there on the pass, moving them into the red zone. They're now going to be pushed back once again after another great run by Jace Wilson. Was supposed to be a dive up the middle, broke it to the outside, and was able to get into the end zone. However, it will be called back. We're going to see what Chaparral calls here. Back into that spread formation is going to be a trips bunch on the left-hand side. Bringing a man in motion. Ball is snapped. Fake the handoff. Quarterback rolling out to the right. And this man, and it's going to be a fumble. Picked up by the D tackle there. Down to the 30, the 20, the 10, all the way back. That is going to be a touchdown for Deer Valley. That is number 54. That is Williams. Going to be a fumble. Picked up by the D tackle there. Down to the 30, the 20, the 10, all the way back. That is going to be a touchdown for Deer Valley. That is number 54. Quarterback and picking up the fumble there. What we saw there, the quarterback tried to fake the handoff and roll out to the side. However, the D tackle there in the backfield, quarterback didn't notice him in time. Defensive tackle was able to put on a hit and cause a fumble, take it all the way back for about an 80-yard touchdown there. Ball is going to be kicked, and the extra point is going to be good for Deer Valley. It is going to be 7-0 for Deer Valley there. A phenomenal defensive play that we saw. No one was able to catch the defensive lineman there. And those are the type of plays that defensive coaches love to see. It's not very often that a defensive lineman gets to actually touch the football. So to be able to make the hit and take it for about an 80-yard touchdown, great play there. Once again, that play was made by number 54 for Deer Valley. That was William Simpson. Now we're going to see how Chaparral's offense responds to that type of play. They were very effective for the whole drive, able to pretty much do whatever they want, and to end the drive like that, it's got to be something that's going to hold on to the mentality of the quarterback. We're going to see how Ryan Chalky is able to shake that off as he comes back onto the field and help push his team forward to get back into this game. Again, it is only 7-0 in the second quarter, so it's not like it's impossible to get back into this game. Again, the play right before would have been a touchdown for Chaparral too if it wasn't for that holding call. It's about 4 penalties that they've dealt with in these games so far. And most of those penalties have come back on very big plays for the team. Deer Valley going to be kicking the ball off here to Chaparral. Looks like they're going to be overloading that left side with players. And the refs are going to be stopping the game real quick. And it looks like it is going to be on Deer Valley, the kick team.
We need to move the ball 5. We need to move the ball 5. Joey, we need to move the ball 5.
And Deer Valley will be moved back here. Moved back an extra 5 yards. So rather than kicking from the 40, they'll be kicking from their own 35 here. Giving Chaparral the chance to get a return, most likely. Deer Valley's kicking team huddling up, figuring out what they're going to do. Going back into that same formation, overloading the left-hand side. Kicker going to be lining himself up. Kicker approaching the ball. And the ball is kicked. Ball is up. That's going to be Jace Wilson returning the ball. Taking it down the middle, open, able to find the lane, cutting it back to the left-hand side. He has open space. Only one man to beat, the 20, the 10. And that is going to be a touchdown. Jace Wilson on the amazing return. About it, able to find the lane, cutting it back to the left-hand side. He has open space. Only one man to beat, the 20, the 10. And that is going to be a touchdown. Jace Wilson on the amazing return. A great special teams play there. Explosive by Jace Wilson. And Chaparral's going to be coming out for the kick. Kicking for the extra point here. Going to be kicked, and it is going to be good.
Baker's extra point
And Jace Wilson, taking the response into his own hands, decided to take that kick all the way back to the end zone for 6. It is now 7-7 Chaparral Deer Valley. And it looks like the momentum is now back on Chaparral's side. Now we're going to see how Deer Valley responds. After their defense getting a great strip and touchdown on the defensive side for about 80 yards, Jace Wilson coming back on the special teams and said, let me give one right back to you. Chaparral's kicking team will be coming out on the field. Deer Valley will be receiving. Kicker is approaching. The ball is kicked. And that will be right before the end zone.
Procedure on the kicking team. The ball will be 5 yards from the kicking spot at first down.
And that penalty will be on the kicking team because it went out of bounds before someone could touch it or reach in the end zone. Deer Valley will be starting at their own 35 here. Great starting position for the offense. Gives them a great opportunity to get back into this game, get the momentum back on their side. Quarterback sends a man in motion. Ball is snapped, fake to the running back, quick screen to the left-hand side, able to make the catch, make some guys miss. However, there is a flag on the play. Catch and run was made by number 10 Deer Valley, Austin Chavez. We'll see what the penalty is here.
Illegal formation on the offense.
Illegal procedure against
5 in the back. 5-yard penalty. Still down.
And it looks like there was a false start there by Deer Valley's offense. We'll be pushing them back 5 yards. It's going to be first down once again. Deer Valley going back to that spread formation. Going to have twins on both sides with the running back in the backfield. Quarterback scanning the field. Chaparral showing 4 up front. Handoff to the running back. And it was actually a fake. The quarterback tried to keep it. Defense was able to stay on him and actually get a sack in the backfield. However, there is another flag.
Personal foul. Face mask.
And Deer Valley is going to be bailed out of that bad play there by another penalty on Chaparral's defense. It was a face mask making that tackle on the quarterback, so it'll be first down for Deer Valley. They're now going to be at their own 45. It'll be first down once again. Back into that spread formation. Quarterback snaps the ball, quick screen out to the right-hand side, able to make the catch. Get a gain of about 4 yards. That is number 5. That is Colston Paxson for Deer Valley. There's only going to be a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7 here for Deer Valley. Back into that shotgun formation. Ball is snap, dropping back. Quick pass out to the right-hand side. Quick swing route to the end. It's going to be a gain of about another 2 yards. That is back to number 5. That is Colston Paxson for the catch and run there. Back-to-back passes. It's going to be about 3rd and 4 here for Deer Valley. Sticking to the short pass game, not looking to go very deep so far. Quarterback scanning field. They're going to run trips left this time. Chaparral showing a blitz. Defense jumped but didn't get past the ball. It's not going to be a flag. Chaparral making adjustments now. Ball is snapped. And there's going to be flags on the play.
Dead ball. False.
And that is going to be a false start on the offense. Now Deer Valley the one struggling with the penalties here. It's now going to be 3rd and long here for Deer Valley. Running that trips bunch formation on the left-hand side. Ball is snapped. Quarterback looking for the open man. Rolls out to the left. Guns it down the middle. Able to make the catch there. Caught by number 2. That is Brody Keith for the first down and more. Phenomenal throw by Deer Valley's quarterback there by Gavin Yunker. Rolling out to the left and slinging it right down the middle. Hand off to the running back right down the middle. Be a gain of about a yard there. And once again, for the previous play, just a phenomenal throw by Gavin Yunker there. Almost side-arming it and getting it to slip in between the defenders of Chaparral's defense. Back into that trips bunch formation on the right-hand side. Ball is snapped. Quick screen out to the right. Able to get some room, make some guys miss before being pushed out of bounds. Gain of about 7 there. It is going to be 3rd down here for Deer Valley. That was number 2, Brody Keith, once again making the catch and run. Deer Valley kind of relying on Brody Keith here for the pass game. Sending a man in motion, ball is snapped, handed off to the running back right down the middle. Met at the line of scrimmage, not able to gain any yards there. That was number 4, Aiden Sanchez. It'll be 4th and 3 here. Chaparral's defense able to stop the running back from gaining any yards there. Great play by the defensive line.
4th down, Firebird fans.
And Deer Valley's going to be keeping their offense on the field here. Going to those twins. 1 running back in the backfield. Chaparral showing 4 on the line. And there's going to be a timeout.
Timeout. Chaparral. That's their 2nd charge timeout of the half.
Coach is wanting to speak to their guys here. It's going to be a big 4th down for momentum-wise. If Deer Valley can get this, get that first down going, keep their offense moving, be in the perfect position to get into the end zone. Chaparral's defense will be very important here that they stop that from happening and keep the momentum on their side after a big play from Jace Wilson. Once again, Deer Valley and Chaparral's offense have ran about the same amount of plays. Deer Valley, this drive has been able to keep it pushing. Offense coming back onto the field. They're going to stay in that shotgun formation. Twins on either side. Chaparral's going to be showing a 3-man front here. Keeping extra linebackers in the backfield. Looking like they're going to start to try to stop the pass. Showing a blitz. Ball is snapped. Blitz coming in. Quarterback rolls out to the right-hand side. Throws it deep. And it's going to be thrown out of bounds there by the quarterback. Gavin Yunker trying to prevent a sack. Just trying to get rid of the ball. And it will be Chaparral's offense coming back onto the field. Great effort there by their defense. Able to stop Deer Valley from getting the first down. And with the game that Jace Wilson is having tonight, you would assume that Chaparral's going to be sticking back to him, getting him the ball as much as possible. He hasn't been able to be stopped this game. Ryan Chalky back at quarterback. 1 fullback in the backfield. Ball is snapped. It's going to be a fake to Jace Wilson. Pressure from behind. Quarterback doesn't see it. And that is going to be a sack from Deer Valley. That is number 13. That is Rylan Barnes making the play there. Came down from the blitz. The quarterback couldn't see him from behind. Was able to get the sack of about 8 yards there. Great play by Deer Valley's defense. Chaparral going back into that shotgun formation. Setting Jace Wilson out into motion. Ball is snapped, quarterback dropping back, looking for the open man. Checks down to the running back. Able to make somebody miss, finding open space. Just dodging tackles, Jace Wilson there. Another great catch and run for a gain of about 9 yards there. Great play there. It's going to be 3rd and long for Chaparral. And once again, Jace Wilson just able to make everybody miss. Has been real shifty tonight, making it very difficult on Deer Valley's defense to get him down. Chaparral going back into that shotgun formation. It's going to be twins on either side. One running back in the backfield. Ball is snapped, quarterback dropping back. Throws to the left, and it's going to be incomplete. Pass broken up by number 7's Deer Valley, Sergio Gonzalez. Great job breaking up the pass there. Ryan Trockey trying to squeeze the ball into the gap. Would have been a first down. Wide receiver just not able to hold on to the ball there. It'll be 4th down for Chaparral. They're going to be bringing out their special teams. It'll be a 3 and out there. Great defensive effort by Deer Valley. Now be receiving the punt here. Ball is snapped, ball is kicked. And Deer Valley is going to let it roll out of bounds. They'll be starting at their own 32.
Let's not forget about Coco 5 to help you hydrate. Coco 5.
And Deer Valley's offense looked pretty efficient that last time around. We're going to see if they can keep that momentum flowing, keep it pushing forward. From what we've seen, they've been running a lot of screens, a lot of draws down the middle, finding more success on their short passing game than they have the running game. We're going to see if they stick to it or see if they allow their quarterback to open it up. Again, we did see a great throw down the middle by Gavin Yonker. However, that is about the deepest throw that he's had tonight, the deepest attempt that he's made. Most of his passes have been swing out routes or screens on the outside. Chaparral's defense once again showing a 3-man front, looking like they're going to try to stop that passing game. Deer Valley trips left this time. Sending a man in motion. Ball is snapped. Quarterback rolls out to the left-hand side looking for the open man. And the ball is tipped and intercepted there by Chaparral. Sending a man in motion. Ball is snapped. Quarterback rolls out to the left-hand side looking for the open man. And the ball is tipped and intercepted there by Chaparral. That highlight brought to you by Proclamation Production. And just a great play there by the defense. Making the interception, that was Connor Bogart. Offense will now be on the field for Chaparral once again. First and 10 for Chaparral here. Back into that shotgun formation. One fullback. Fakes the handoff. Quarterback dropping back. Going deep. And the ball is caught at the 1-yard line. And that catch was made by number 81. That is Daniel Morals. Great catch and throw there down at the 1-yard line. Chaparral in the position to punch the ball in here. And there's going to be a timeout.
Deer Valley, the first charge timeout of the half.
After a huge play to get to the 1-yard line. After a big throw by Ryan Trockey to wide receiver Daniel Morals. Chaparral will now be at the 1-yard line, and you would assume with the game he's having, they might just hand the ball off to Jace Wilson and try to punch in for another 6. However, we have seen that when Coach Carroll is on the red zone or close to the goal line, he is one that likes to fake the run and have a swing out pass quick to his wide receivers. So we're going to see how Deer Valley's defense responds to this, see if they can stay true to both the run and pass game. And just a phenomenal play to come right off the sideline after a great defensive play by the defensive lineman and cornerback to get that interception. We now see the quarterback and wide receiver making big plays for the team as well. Chaparral building momentum onto their side here. They're going to be coming back onto the field. Twins left with two fullbacks in the backfield. We're switching it to one wide receiver on each side. Deer Valley loading up box with defenders. Ball is snapped. Handed off to Jace Wilson. Is met with defenders. Was he able to make it into the end zone?
Wilson, the ball carrier, is stopped by a host of Skyhawks.
And it looks like he was stopped just short there. Number 77 from Deer Valley able to make the stop. That's Anthony Wald. Able to make the tackle and stop there. Chaparral going back into that spread formation. One running back in the backfield sends a man in motion. Ball is snapped. They're going to hand it off. A quick pitch to the tight end there. And that is going to be a touchdown, Chaparral. That is number 9. That is Jack Britta into the end zone for 6 there. Quarterback bringing him into motion all the way to the right side. Comes back for a quick pitch to the left. Takes it up the middle for the 6. And it is 13-7 Chaparral after 2 phenomenal plays there. And it looks like they're going to be going for 2 here. Changing up the play. Never mind, going back to that kick formation. Didn't like what they saw from Deer Valley's defense. Going to be going for the extra point here. Ball is snapped. Ball is kicked. And it is going to be good for Chaparral. They are now up 14-7. Starting in a great position because of their defense. Ryan Trockey able to make a phenomenal throw for a huge gain, getting him onto the 1-yard line to Daniel Morals. Wasn't able to punch the ball in with Jace Wilson, however, was able to get the touchdown in with Jack Britta on a quick pitch down the middle. Now Deer Valley will be coming back out onto the field to receive the ball. Offense will be coming back out after an unfortunate pass there by their quarterback. We're going to see how they respond here. And the ball is kicked. And once again, it is going to be all the way to the end zone. Once again, it's kicker Braden Baker. Chaparral's defense stepping onto the field with what you have to assume a massive amount of enthusiasm after that last drive. Deer Valley's offense coming onto the field. Really going to have to wonder how they're feeling after that last drive, especially since it led to a touchdown for Chaparral. Going to have to stay mentally strong here to stay in this game before the half goes out.
Chaparral Football, the Chaparral Firebird Marching Band.
Again, they have been running more of that short passing game. However, the clock is a little low for the second quarter. We're going to see if they decide to change up their strategy here. They'll be going into an empty formation with the quarterback. Trips left here. Chaparral showing 4 on the line. And the ball is snapped. Quarterback dropping back. Quick man to the outside. catching a couple extra yards to gain. That was to Deer Valley's number 10, Austin Chavez, on the quick out route there. Deer Valley heading back to the ball. It's going to be second down for them here. Second and short. Trips right this time. Quarterback dropping back, looking for the open man. Doesn't find anyone. Decides to scramble to the right. Throws it deep to the open man down the sideline. One man to beat to the 10. And that is going to be a touchdown for Deer Valley. Quarterback looked like he was going to scramble, couldn't find anyone, rolled out to the right, found an open man deep down the field. The catcher was made, able to take it all the way down. And it looks like that was caught by number 5 and scored by Colston Paxton. Great catch and run there. Chaparral actually leaving 2 defenders open there in the backfield. And again, that is kind of where we saw their defense struggle. 2-play drive there, able to score a touchdown. Going for the extra point here. Ball is kicked. It is going to be good. It is now 14-14. Deer Valley and Chaparral going back and forth. A game of majority big plays here. Once again, Deer Valley's quarterback making the phenomenal throw. That was Gavin Yunker. Rolled up into the pocket, started rolling out to the right. We saw all of Chaparral's defense bite down, thinking that he was going to scramble. Yunker able to find a wide receiver and throw it all the way deep for about a 30-yard pass and then a 50-yard touchdown there. Once again, catch and score made by Colston Paxton. Chaparral will be coming back onto the field. They will be receiving. 4 minutes left in the quarter. That drive was about 30 seconds long there. Deer Valley going to be keeping it even this time on the special teams. Approaching the ball. The ball is kicked. It's going to be a squib kick, trying to keep it out of the hands of Jace Wilson. Gets to him anyways. Or my apologies, that was not Jason Wilson. That was number 8. Ryan O'Shaughnessy still making a great play. Able to get it to their own 47 there. Great starting field position for Chaparral's offense. And Deer Valley trying to keep that ball out of Jace Wilson's hand on the special team side. Not wanting him to try and take it back for another touchdown here. Chaparral going to be going back into that shotgun formation. Twins on either side. Or twins left with the tight end. Ball is snapped. Handed off to Jace Wilson, taking it up the middle. Able to pick up about 6 yards there. Good job on the offense there, on the offensive line, able to open a wide gap for Jace Wilson to take it forward, gain a couple yards. It's going to be about 2nd and 4 here for Chaparral. Going back to that spread formation, one tight end on the right-hand side. Ball is snapped. Once again, hand off to Jace Wilson, making some guys miss, taking it up the middle, breaking to the left-hand side. Breaking tackles. Able to run through the whole defense there for the first down and more. A little bit of a back and forth we saw at the top screen there between 2 players. Another great run by Jace Wilson. Being extremely patient for the gap. O-line able to open it up for him. Jace Wilson getting into open space and making people miss. It'll be first down here for Chaparral. Back into that same formation. Looks like Chaparral's going to try to run the clock down. Once again, back to Jace Wilson, making guys miss, pushing it forward. Able to break some tackles before being brought down. Able to make a gain of about 6 yards once again there. Jace Wilson, the star of this drive so far. Back to him 3 times so far. We're going to see if Chaparral decides to change the game plan. It looks like they are trying to wind down the clock as much as possible. And it looks like they are going to have twins here this time. Ball is snapped, quarterback dropping back, looking for the open man, going deep. And the ball is caught once again at the 2-yard line. That is number 8, Ryan O'Shaughnessy, after the great return, making a big play here for his offense. Number 11, Ryan Trockey there making the throw. Big play, Chaparral now here at the 2-yard line, back into that shotgun formation. Handing it off to Jace Wilson. Met with contact, isn't able to punch it in, gets to about the 1-yard line, and his helmet does come off, so he will have to step off the field for at least 2 plays.
Illegal motion on the offense.
Penalty, illegal shift against the Firebirds.
5-yard penalty. Still first down.
And Chaparral trying to line up quick and run the ball down the middle. However, it seems to be that there was a penalty on the play, which is going to push them back to the 7-yard line now. It'll be second down here for Chaparral, second and goal. And it looks like there's going to be a timeout. Both coaches wanted to be the 2-minute warning.
Deer Valley, their second charge timeout of the half.
Both teams wanting to talk to their guys here. And again, just phenomenal plays here by the Chaparral offense. Running the ball with Jace Wilson 3 times back-to-back, able to make some phenomenal plays. And then a huge pass from Ryan Trockey to his wide receiver, Ryan O'Shaughnessy. That's two big pass plays that we've seen from Ryan Trockey tonight. Making a phenomenal effort, making a phenomenal impact on his team. Ryan O'Shaughnessy as well, getting his team into great field position on that kickoff return, and then making another big play this drive for his team. Now, Chaparral was pushed back to the 7 due to a penalty. We're going to see how Coach Tracy Carroll takes care of this to get them into the end zone. Second and goal here for Chaparral. Ball is snapped, handed off to Jace Wilson, able to make some guys miss. Punches it into the end zone. And that is going to be a touchdown, Chaparral. Touchdown by Jace Wilson. It'll be 20-14 now. Once again, Jace Wilson being patient, letting the play develop, letting his offensive lineman open up the gaps for him, making some guys miss it, punching it right through some defenders at the goal line, able to get the 6. Chaparral's kick team will be coming out now, attempting for the extra point. Ball is snapped, ball is kicked, and it is good. That is 21-14 for Chaparral before the half. After allowing Deer Valley to score in 30 seconds, they said that we're going to drive the ball down, waste as much time as we can, and put some more points up on the board. This game has been a very interesting back and forth so far. Chaparral on the field wasting much more time than Deer Valley has, chewing up the clock as much as possible there before allowing it to go to halftime. We're going to see if Deer Valley is able to make anything happen in this last 1 minute and 42 seconds. They will be receiving the ball here. Chaparral going to be kicking from the 40. And the ball is kicked. And once again, out the back of the end zone. Kicker Braden Baker having a good performance so far. And Chaparral's defense is going to be coming back out after letting a big mishap happen this last drive. We're going to see how they respond this time. And there we see Chaparral's students having some fun in the crowd there. I don't know, those might be some half reps that we're seeing there. Coming back onto the field is Deer Valley's offense. And we see Chaparral making some adjustments on the D-line here. Looking like they want to have more pass defenders this time around. Deer Valley going trips left with one running back in the backfield. Again, just had amazing success with the deep pass. We're going to see if they change it up here. Sending a man in motion. Ball is snap. Quarterback rolling out to the right. There's defenders in the back. And it was a handoff to the running back. Able to pick up some yards. That is number 4, Aiden Sanchez, making the play there. Be a gain of about 2. A little bit of trickery there from Deer Valley. It's going to be 2nd and 8 here. Clock is running. Deer Valley is going to have to pick up the tempo this time. Fake handoff to a screen pass to the right-hand side. It's going to be a gain of a couple yards. Clock is still running. Wasn't able to get out of bounds there. Gain of about 4 yards. It's going to be 3rd down here for Deer Valley. Clock is still running. Deer Valley is going to need to pick up the tempo here. Ball is snapped, and it's going to be a handoff to the running back. Gets to about the line of scrimmage, possibly a gain of a yard there. It's going to be 4th down. It looks like Deer Valley might just let the clock run out.
Chaparral. The third.
Go to halftime.
Timeout, Chaparral.
And it looks like there was a timeout called. So still some time on the clock for Deer Valley to make something happen. It is 4th and short. Would assume that they are going to go for it here. Try to put some points up on the board before going into halftime. Push some of that momentum back onto their side after Chaparral's offense has started to really get in a roll here. Deer Valley coming back onto the field. And back into that shotgun formation. Looks like they'll actually be punting here. Be kicking the ball. Ball is snapped. And it's going to be, once again, attempted the fake, decided to kick it all the way back. And it will be marked at the 22-yard line of Chaparral. And there is a flag, however, on the play.
We have run into the kicker on the defense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
And it looks like it's going to be a penalty on Chaparral here for roughing the kicker, meaning that it should be a first down for Deer Valley, giving the offense another opportunity to get back out on the field. And again, another penalty hitting Chaparral at a very unfortunate time. Would have had the chance to put their offense back on the field to try and get a couple more points. However, Deer Valley gets a second chance to try and punch the ball into the end zone. It'll be 1st and 10 here for Deer Valley. Not much time left on the clock. We're going to see if they try to go for it here. Chaparral showing blitz. Ball is snapped. And it's going to be another screen to the right side. And that is to number 5. That is Colson Paxton once again. Able to take it down the sideline and run out.
Pass complete to Baxter.
Gain of about 8 yards there. It's going to be 2nd and 2. It'll be 2nd down here. Was able to stop the clock there by running out of bounds. However, Deer Valley once again sticking to the short game. not really trying to open up the pass here and go deep for it. 30 seconds left on the clock. We're going to be running twins formation, one running back in the backfield. Chaparral showing blitz once again. Ball is snapped, dropping back. Found an open man to the right side. Going to head and get out of bounds once again. That is to the running back. That is Aiden Sanchez, able to pick up the first down before going out. And it looks like this may be Deer Valley's game plan right here. Just short passes to the outside to get as close as they can to possibly a field goal. Chaparral's defense only keeping 3 men up front, trying to have extra pass protection in the backfield. Struggling with the short game here. Again, possibly trying to prevent any deep passes from getting behind them again. Chaparral showing blitz. Deer Valley dropping back. Quarterback, ball is snapped, rolling out to the right-hand side. Finds an open man. And it is going to be incomplete after the attempt there. It'll be second down for Deer Valley.
I got the winner up here with me. Winning raffle ticket number is 675-689. 675-689.
Second and 10 here for Deer Valley. Once again, sticking to the short game. 23 seconds left on the clock. We're going to see if at any point they decide to change it, if Coach Friedman is going to go for it deep here. Twins on either side sending a man in motion. Ball is snapped. Chaparral defenders in the backfield. Deer Valley quarterback decides to throw it away. Too much pressure and unable to make a pass to an open man. And it looked like all 3 of Chaparral's D linemen were there in the backfield that time. The one in the back putting pressure was number 31. Defensive end. That is Eden Edwards. It'll be 3rd and 10 here for Deer Valley. 16 seconds on the clock. Chaparral's defensive line able to get in the backfield that time. We're going to see if they're able to do so again. Put pressure on the quarterback. Going to an empty formation. Quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. Quick route to the outside once again. That is going to be back to number 5. That is Colston Paxton. Been a very reliable target for quarterback Gavin Junker today. Was a gain of about 6 yards there. It's going to be 4th and 4 here for Deer Valley. Back into that spread formation. One running back in the backfield. Trying to get Chaparral to jump off sides. Communicating to the offense. Ball is snapped. Quarterback dropping back. However, the play is stopped.
Delay of game on the off. 5-yard penalty. Still 4th.
And it looks like the penalty is going to be on Deer Valley, pushing them back even further. It is now going to be 4th and 9 for them here. We're going to see if this adjusts the play calling at all. There is 14 seconds left on the clock. If there's a time to go for it, now would be that time. However, it looks like once again they are going to be back into that punt formation. Chaparral will be receiving the punt here. Ball is snapped. Ball is kicked. And it is going to sail out of bounds there. Chaparral with 9 seconds left on the clock. We're going to see what Coach Carroll decides to do, if he's going to try to run a play or if they may just let the clock run out here. Looks like they're going to be starting from their own 27-yard line.
Here.
Deer Valley looks like they're going to keep a high safety, trying not to let anything get behind the defense here. And in 7 seconds like this, there really are only two options here. Either you go for a big play, try to get something into the end zone, or you possibly just let the clock run out. We're going to see what Coach Carroll decides to do here. Looks like he's going to be going into that shotgun formation. Hands the ball off to Jace Wilson, and they're going to let the clock run out. Looks like he was stopped at the line of scrimmage. And that is going to be the end of the first half. We have Chaparral versus Deer Valley. Chaparral up 21-14 in a very competitive game that we're seeing here so far. A lot of back and forth between the teams. Once again, this is Proclamation Productions, a media production company with the goal of producing all types of digital media. This live broadcasting would not be possible without our amazing team. And if you would like to support the work that we do, the best way to do so is by the description below. We will be back after this halftime with the rest of the game of Chaparral Firebirds versus the Deer Valley Skyhawks.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the field the pride of Chaparral, the Firebird Marching Band. The band is under the direction of Mrs. Jennifer Moreau, percussion instructor, Mr. Sean Moreau, and color guard, Mr. Hilton McCann. Last Saturday, the band performed their first competition of the competitive season. They received first place and received awards for best music performance, best percussion, and best general effects. The band is under the field direction of drum major Audrey Hopeland. They will be performing part 3 from their 2025 show, White Rabbit.
Sending a man in motion. Ball is snapped. Quarterback rolls out to the left-hand side looking for the open man. And the ball is tipped and intercepted there by Chaparral.
Big round of applause for the pride of Chaparral, the Chaparral Firebird Marching Band. Now to continue your halftime entertainment, let's welcome to the field the Chaparral JV Cheer. Big round of applause for the JV Cheer. Now taking the field, Varsity Cheer. Big round of applause, Chaparral Varsity Cheer. Now to continue your halftime entertainment, let's welcome to the field the Chaparral JV Palm. Chaparral, J.B. Palm. And now to conclude our halftime entertainment, let's welcome to the field the Chaparral Varsity Palm. Football fans, let's welcome your Firebirds back to the field.
Hello, high school football fans. Welcome back to the second half of Chaparral High School's football game of the 6th week of the season between Chaparral Firebirds and the Deer Valley Skyhawks. Once again, this is a Proclamation production. Proclamation Productions is a media production team with the goal of producing all types of digital media. This live broadcasting would not be possible without our amazing team. We are very excited to have you back to finish the rest of tonight's game with us. If you would like to support us, the best way to do so are by the descriptions down below. Now, Chaparral will be receiving here starting off the second half. What we did see is that Chaparral was up 21-14. However, it has been very much a back and forth game. Not more so that either team has been very consistent, but that we've seen a lot of big plays break out from both sides of the field. Especially with Deer Valley on the offensive and defensive side. Chaparral did have one great defensive play. However, they've been more dominant on the offensive side of the football. Deer Valley will be kicking off the ball here to Chaparral. And it looks like the ball is going to be returned. And it will be taken up to about the 33-yard line. Be a great play there. Returned by Jace Wilson. Starting his team in decent field position here. And now this is where we're going to see if Deer Valley's coach, Dan Friedman, was going to make any changes. We did see him run a lot of short pass plays. We're going to see if they changed up the, now that they're down in the second half, we're going to see if that changes up the game plan at all. Chaparral starting in that shotgun formation, sending a man in motion. Ball is snapped. Hand off to Jace Wilson. Caught in the backfield, making some guys miss. Able to turn it to a positive. He's down the sideline. One man to beat. Taking it down, making some more guys miss. Able to turn what looked like a loss of a play into a huge gain. Taking it all the way down to Deer Valley's 29-yard line. Phenomenal run there by Jace Wilson. Has been extremely dominant this game. We've been unable to stop him, and it looks like we do have a Deer Valley player down on the field. Athletic trainers will be coming out to make sure he is okay.
There we go, lock in the back. Number 2.
And it looks like once again there's a penalty on
Chaparral. Penalty from the spot of the foul,
which will be bringing that run all the way back. And Deer Valley's player down on the floor, hoping that he is able to get up off of the field by himself. Looks like one of the players that was there tangled up in the tackle to bring down Jace Wilson. And able to get up off of the field, walk off on his own accord. That is great. That's always what we love to see. That was number 50, Brian Story, hoping that they are okay for the rest of the game, possibly able to make it back. However, now going back to the play, there was a penalty there on the Chaparral's offense, pushing the ball all the way back after a great, phenomenal run there by Jace Wilson. Going to be going all the way back, and once again, this is the 4th time this has happened for him after making a big play, that a penalty pushes him all the way back to where they started at. It's going to be first down again for Chaparral. Handing off the ball, going straight back to Jace Wilson. Met with contact in the backfield, able to make a miss and only gain a yard this time. And it's kind of the same thing we saw in the last play. Deer Valley's defense able to get into the backfield immediately. However, last play, Jace Wilson was able to break free out to the outside of the field. This time brought down immediately. Great defensive play there by Deer Valley. Chaparral going to be heading back into that shotgun formation. Twins on either side. Running back in the backfield. Sends a man in motion. Ball is snapped. Quarterback dropping back, looking for the open man. Finds someone right down the middle of the field, and the ball is caught. It's going to be a first down and a little bit more. That was to number 85. Catch by Cruz Keith there. down the middle, his first time getting into the game. And it's going to be a handoff to the running back. Takes it to the outside. Able to drag a man down forward. Pick up a couple of yards. Once again, that was number 2, Jace Wilson. Tackle made by Deer Valley's number 6, Bryson Keith.
Holding, number 77 on the offense. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Still first down.
And once again, that is another penalty on the offense. That's going to be holding. Once again, another run by Jace Wilson brought back by a penalty. It is now going to be 1st and 20 for Chaparral. After just gaining that first down off the pass play, they're going to be pushed all the way back. Good news for the Deer Valley defense here, who needs a stop to get back into this game. Looks like they're going to be going back into that spread formation. Ball is snapped. Quarterback dropping back, looking for the open man. Going deep. And it is going to be caught by number 8. That is Mr. Ryan O'Shaughnessy, once again making the big play for his team. Phenomenal throw there by the quarterback, Ryan Chalky, to what appears to be his number 1 target of the night, Ryan O'Shaughnessy. Another big play there. It's going to be first down for Chaparral. Ball's going to be handed off right down the middle. Immediately stopped.
Wilson, the ball carrier.
Going to be tackled there by Deer Valley's number 44. That is Cash Smith.
He didn't punch.
He is first tackle of the game. Looks like it's only a pickup of about 2 to 3 yards there. Again, seeing that the Deer Valley's defensive lineman able to get into the backfield again, interrupt the play just a little bit, not giving Jace Wilson much space to read the gaps, having to explode through quickly. Chaparral sending a man in motion. Another handoff to Jace Wilson right down the middle, able to find a gap and run forward for a couple extra yards. And it looks like that will be a first down for Chaparral right there. First down brought to you by Jace Wilson. And Jace Wilson having a phenomenal game, already having 2 touchdowns, 1 on the offensive side and 1 on special teams. Very dominant this game, hasn't been able to be stopped. Once again, it's going to be back to Jace Wilson right down the middle, able to make some guys miss, driving forward. It's going to be in the 10 now. Chaparral deciding to stick with him. And this is kind of what we've seen from Jace Wilson all game today. Been unstoppable. Deer Valley has not been able to hold him in the backfield very long. Chaparral going back to that shotgun formation. 1 running back in the backfield. Sends a man in motion. Ball is snapped. Once again, back to Jace Wilson. Cuts it to the outside. And he is tangled up by the defender, slipping down to the floor. That tackle was by number 8 from Deer Valley. That is Cole Genovi. Cole Genovi making the tackle there on Jace Wilson. And we see Chaparral looking for their coaches, figuring out what they're going to do here. Once again, back to that shotgun formation. 1 fullback in the backfield this time. Looks like they're going right back to Jace Wilson. Goes to the left, cuts right back to the right side, to the outside, and he's going to punch it in for another touchdown. That is going to be 27-14 for Chaparral. That is Jace Wilson's 3rd touchdown of the night, having a very dominant performance. Has been completely unstoppable for this game. Deer Valley having no answer for the running back. Chaparral going back to him 4 times back-to-back on that drive, punching it into the end zone. Once again, seeing what Deer Valley's defense was going to do for that formation. Didn't like what they saw, going back to the extra point. And it is kicked. And it is complete. It is now going to be 28-14 for Chaparral. Once again, that is number 83, Braden Baker, having a perfect night on his kicks. But the main story for tonight, Jace Wilson, the running back of Chaparral, 3 touchdowns, has been unstoppable this game. Big play after big play, and even when he's not making big plays, averaging about 5 to 6 yards this game. We're going to see how Deer Valley responds on the offensive side. Defense struggled there to stop the run game. And once again, we've seen a lot of short passing plays from Deer Valley's offense tonight. We're going to see if being down by 2 touchdowns will change up that plan at all, if they're going to stick to it. We did see them make a big play on a big deep pass earlier in the game. And Chaparral's going to kick that ball out the back of the end zone. Deer Valley will be starting at the 20-yard line. And just like I was saying, we did see Deer Valley have a phenomenal deep pass play. It was broken up. The quarterback did roll out to the side, but they were able to make about a 50-yard touchdown off a deep pass play. However, since then, they've kept the plays very short. Only screens and swing out routes on the outside. Gavin Yonker, the quarterback for Deer Valley, has made some amazing passes. We'll see if the coach starts to rely on him a little bit more. Going to be starting with trips right this time. Setting a man in motion. Ball is snapped. Once again, another screen to the right side. Only able to pick up about 2 yards before being stopped. That was to number 5, Colson Paxton, once again. Been the number 1 target this game for Deer Valley. And it looks like Deer Valley is going to be trying to stick to that quick pass game. Not looking to air it out too deep into the field this time. And they're going to be running trips left here. Quarterback scanning the field. Ball is snapped. Quarterback looking to the left. Quick out route, and it is read by the Chaparral defense. Interception, taking it all the way back to the end zone. That is the DN, number 12, Luca Ugenti. Left here, quarterback scanning the field. Here we go for the replay. Ball is snapped. Quarterback drops back, but the quick out route, and it is read by the Chaparral defense. Interception, taking it all the way back to the end zone. Up and picks off the pass. That is the DN, number 12, Luca. Another touchdown for Chaparral. It is now 34-14. Chaparral up, dominating all sides of the ball. Start coming out hot for this second half. They're going to be attempting the extra point here. Braden Baker be going for the kick here. Ball is snapped. Ball is kicked. And it is good. Keeping a perfect kick for tonight is going 5 for 5 on those extra points. Once again, Braden Baker going 5 for 5. However, back to that defensive play, Luca Ugenti sitting in the back, just watching the quarterback, played off coverage on the wide receiver, saw that the quarterback was staring down who he was going to throw it to, and bit down on the play as soon as the ball was thrown, able to get a clean interception and take it all the way back to the house for a touchdown. It is now 35-14. Chaparral up against Deer Valley. They will be kicking it back to Deer Valley. We're going to see how that affects the quarterback's mentality here. Ball is kicked. Once again, out the back of the end zone. And again, we're going to see how Deer Valley quarterback Gavin Yonker comes out after that play. They haven't relied too much on his deep passing game. They try to go for a quick little 5 and out, picked off by the defense for a pick 6. We're going to see if Deer Valley continues to stay in the short game or if they're going to allow their quarterback to try to open it up. And this is kind of where that situation for a younger quarterback in Gavin Yonker, where we have to see if the coach is going to keep faith in him or start to play real conservative and not allow the quarterback to open up the game and maybe lose some confidence in himself. We'll see what head coach Dan Friedman does here for Deer Valley. Going back into that shotgun formation, 1 tight end, bringing a man in motion. Ball is snapped. Quarterback's going to hand it off to the wide receiver. Met at the line of scrimmage, isn't able to gain any yards. That was to number 2, Brody Keith. And able to get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 10 here for Deer Valley. Trips bunch right, dropping back, looking for the open man. And is going to decide to throw it out of bounds. Screen man was locked down. Nowhere to go there. And this is around the time where we have to see if Deer Valley's head coach, Dan Friedman, is going to make any changes. Chaparral starting to read the screens perfectly, able to see exactly where Deer Valley's quarterback Junker is trying to go. This is the time to make any changes, especially being down by 3 touchdowns here. It's going to be 3rd and 10 here for Deer Valley. They're going to be going back to that trips left formation, one running back in the backfield. Chaparral showing a 4-man front. Ball is snapped. Defenders in the backfield. Junker trying to scramble, make something happen. Throws deep. Down the sideline. Is it going to be called a catch? It is. What an amazing sideline catch there. What a throw by Gavin Junker, caught by Colston Paxson. Once again, the #1 target for Deer Valley tonight. Phenomenal play for the first down. They're able to get the feet down for the catch. Is now going to be first down on the 42nd for Deer Valley. And those are kind of the plays that we've seen that Gavin Junker has been able to make the quarterback. Some phenomenal throws this game. They just haven't stuck to it very often. Going to that trips left formation. Ball is snapped, dropping back, looking for the open man. Going deep once again. Was looking to go back to Colson Paxton. Just overthrew him by a couple yards there. It is going to be an incomplete pass. And Deer Valley's O-line able to hold up, forming quite literally the perfect pocket for Gavin Junker to sit in and just get some comfortable throwing in. I think if there's any time for Deer Valley to start opening up the passing game, now would be the time. And they're going to be lining back up into that spread formation. One offset tight end on the left-hand side. Ball is snapped. Quarterback rolling out to the left side, looking for the open man. Throws the ball, and it is caught down the sideline. It'll be a first down. Catch made by number 10, Austin Chavez. Once again, been sprinkled in here and there from the game. Made some phenomenal plays for the quarterback. And it looks like they actually are going to be short of the first down by just 1 yard. So it'll be 3rd down here. Deer Valley staying in that shotgun. Trips right this time. Chaparral showing blitz. And they are. Running back able to make them miss. Able to pick up the first down and driving for a couple extra yards. Great aggressive run there by running back Aiden Sanchez of Deer Valley. And Chaparral did show a blitz, but it looks like their defenders just overshot the running back. Flew out a little too far. Aiden Sanchez able to just take the ball right up the middle and pick up that first down. Deer Valley's offense starting to get a little momentum now. 1st and 10 for them. They're going to be on Chaparral's 44 here. Going back to that trips right formation. Quarterback sends a man in motion. Ball is snapped, fakes a handoff, dropping back. Makes a defender miss, and the ball is loose. And the O-line tries to pick it up. It's hit by a defender. And it is picked up by Chaparral. That is number 7, Sergio Gonzalez, recovering the fumble there. And here comes the replay. Quarterback dropping back, tries to make the defender miss.
Makes
able
the
to
defender
make
miss,
the
and the
fumble
ball is
happen.
loose.
O-line tries to pick
And
it
the
up.
O-line tries to pick it up. It's hit by a defender.
Just a great
And it
team
is
play
picked
there
up by
the
Chaparral.
defense. It looks
That
like
is number 7.
the initial player to make that fumble happen was D tackle number 50, Jake Nicholas. Deer Valley's O-lineman tried to pick up the ball rather than falling on it. Luke Lang was able to make the hit, freeing the ball once again, and then Colton Kuhn picked up the fumble recovery. Chaparral's offense now back on the field, dropping back, looking for the open man, going deep, and the ball is incomplete this time. Was looking to go to his wide receiver, Carter Aguilar. Haven't seen him on the field yet. And again, just a great defensive play there by Chaparral. Was really a team play. 3 different players making it happen. We did see Gavin Yunker fumble the football, was able to get up and stop Chaparral from getting a touchdown, making the saving tackle. Chaparral with one fullback in the backfield. Ball is hiked. Pitch to that fullback once again. Able to pick up a couple yards. Defense read it this time. That was Jack Britta. Was able to score in that play earlier in the game. Wasn't able to pick up much there. It's going to be third down here for Chaparral. Offense looking back. Quarterback drops back, looking for the open man. Throws to the left side. Is going to be caught by number 8. That is Ryan O'Shaughnessy making another play for his quarterback. It is going to be 4th and 1 there, just short of the first down marker. Great right there by Ryan O'Shaughnessy. Great throw by Ryan Trockey, once again having a very efficient game at quarterback. Hasn't missed too many throws this game. And it looks like Chaparral's going to be running 2 fullbacks. They're going to be going for it here on 4th down. Handing it off to Jace Wilson, trying to drive forward, see if he got enough for it. Deer Valley was able to meet him at the line of scrimmage. We'll see if he was able to get the first down, and it is going to be called a first down. Jace Wilson picking up the first. It'll be 1st and 10 for Chaparral here. Driving the ball down the field. Deer Valley's defense having some difficulty stopping the momentum that Chaparral has right now.
Wilson on the run. Does pick up a Firebirds first down.
And quarterback making some adjustments. One fullback in the backfield. Ball is snapped. Is going to be given to Jace Wilson once again right down the middle.
Wilson
Able to get to the line of scrimmage, pick up about a yard or 2 there. It's going to be 2nd down.
Tackle by Bowden.
And Chaparral's quarterback speaking to his coach right now. Getting some adjustments on what they'll do for the offense here. Deer Valley's defense struggling to maintain the passing game right now. And it looks like they're going to be staying in a spread formation, 1 tight end on the left-hand side. Deer Valley showing blitz. Ball is snapped. Looking for the open man. Fakes the throw, throws it up. And it is going to be an incomplete pass. Saved from disaster right there, just barely short of the defender getting an interception. However, there is a flag on the play here. We'll see what the call is.
That's a play. Dead ball. Personal foul.
Personal foul.
Number 60. The offense. Penalty. Still 3rd down.
And it looks like the penalty is going to be on Chaparral here. Who's going to bring them back. And it is going to be a huge loss here for Chaparral. It's going to be 2nd and long here. Going to have a lot of ground to make back up. Putting Deer Valley's defense in a great position here. We'll see if they're able to capitalize on that. And it is actually going to be 3rd down. Chaparral looking to the right side. Able to find a man on the screen. Making some guys miss. Driving forward. Picking up a lot of yards there. And it looked like Chaparral quarterback was looking to make a check down throw to the running back, Jace Wilson, but able to find his wide receiver, Ryan O'Shaughnessy, on a screen route down the middle. Had lots of offensive blockers. And O'Shaughnessy's helmet came off. Looks like he is going to be coming out of the game here. As Chaparral brings out their special teams, they're going to be going for a kick here on 4th and 11. And this will be about a 40-yard kick here, 40-yard attempt. Ball is kicked. And it is good. That is 3 on the board by Braden Baker. Once again, 100% for his kicks. 6 for 6 so far, 5 extra points, and now a field goal. It is now going to be 38-14 Chaparral on top of Deer Valley. Deer Valley's offense will now be coming back onto the field after this kick. Again, their offense has been having some struggles. They haven't been really able to open up the game there. We're starting to build some momentum before the fumble. Now we're going to see how they come back. Quarterback Gavin Yunker having a difficult time at it, having an interception and a fumble back-to-back. We're going to see how that affects his mental here in this next drive. And once again, ball is kicked out of the back of the end zone. It's going to be a touchback. Deer Valley will be starting at their own 20-yard line. And we have a minute left in the third quarter. It's 38-14 Chaparral. We're going to see how Deer Valley responds here to try to get back into this game. Still a quarter left of football. We've seen that both teams have had big, phenomenal plays this game. Not impossible to say that Deer Valley can get back into this. Chaparral's defense now just trying to hold off as long as possible. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Deer Valley here. Looks like they're going to be going back to that shotgun formation. And 2 running backs in the backfield this time. Ball is snapped, handed off to the running back right down the middle. Met with defenders at the line of scrimmage. Looks like he's going to be for a run for no gain here. It'll be 2nd and 10 once again. Chaparral's defense has been able to adapt to the Deer Valley offense fairly well tonight. Been able to stop the run, and what we saw in the last 2 drives is that they're starting to pick up on the short passing game. We're going to see if Deer Valley makes any changes or decides to stick with it. They are now running a new formation with 2 running backs. We're going to see how much they change their game plan. Chaparral showing a big blitz here. Fake to the running back, quarterback rolling out, finds a man short. Able to, and it looks like actually the ball was incomplete. Looked like it was a catch, but just barely dropped the ball. Intended receiver was number 6, that's Bryson Keith. And once again, that was another good throw that we saw there by Gavin Yunker. Wide receiver just wasn't able to hold on to the ball. What we've seen is that on a lot of Gavin Yunker's big throws and the impressive ones that he's made so far has been when he's rolling out. Looks like he's much more of a mobile thrower than a sit-in-the-pocket type of quarterback. And Deer Valley once again going to that shotgun formation. Ball is snapped. Looking for the deep man, throwing down the sideline. And it's just going to overthrow him. Intended wide receiver there was Colston Paxton, Deer Valley's #1 target for tonight. And it's going to be 4th and 10. And the special teams unit will be coming out onto the field. Deer Valley will be punting back to Chaparral. Back at their own 20. Depending on this kick, Chaparral may be in a great starting position for their offense. Might be able to put up some more points up on the board, increase that lead. Here we go. Chaparral showing a 5-man front to get back into the punting goal. Ball is snapped. Looks like Deer Valley's going to fake it, and once again going to kick. And it looks like the kicker was trying to bait a flag there, try to run with the ball and kick at the last second. However, the refs are not going to call it. It has been a tactic we've seen from Deer Valley all night, looking like they're going to fake the pass or fake the run on the punt and then try to kick it. We're going to see what the call is here. And it looks like the punter messed up on the kick, kicked directly out of bounds, wasn't able to get it very forward. So now Chaparral is going to be starting in phenomenal field position, going to be starting on Deer Valley's 33-yard line. Ball is snap, handoff to Jace Wilson, taking it down the middle. Meets some contact, driving forward. and Deer Valley is able to stall him after a gain of about 6 to 5 yards, it looks like. And that is going to be the end of the third quarter here. We'll now be going into the fourth. Chaparral up 38 to 14, and Chaparral's offense looking phenomenal, dominating not just on the offensive side, but on the defensive side as well. Able to keep Deer Valley at 14 points for the whole quarter, forcing them to punt twice. And now, starting in phenomenal field position, we're going to see if their offense can take advantage and put some more points up on the board. Chaparral has been dominant on all aspects of tonight's game, not just offense and defense, but special teams as well. Their kicker, Braden Baker, has been perfect tonight. We also saw Jace Wilson make a big kickoff return for a touchdown earlier in the first quarter. And they will be switching sides on the field. And we will be getting back into the fourth quarter of the Chaparral Firebirds versus Deer Valley Skyhawks. And we see both coaches speaking to their guys here. Coach Dan Friedman trying to get his guys motivated. His defense desperately needs a stop here if they want to get back into this game. And Chaparral once again will be starting in phenomenal field position. It'll be on the left side of the field this time. It'll be second down. And the ball snapped. Looks like it went to Jace Wilson. Was met with contact in the backfield. Wasn't able to gain any yards there.
A real quick reminder, athletic training and physician services.
It'll be 2nd and 6 here.
Are brought to you by Honor Health, the official sports medicine provider for SU.
And there's a flag on the play.
Athletics. Honor.
Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 3. 15-yard penalty. Down. Number 3.
And it
What did
looks
he do,
like
John? What
the
did he do?
penalty was on
Number
Deer
3.
Valley. It looked like an unsportsmanlike conduct, which is going to push Chaparral
Yeah,
into a first down into the red zone now. They will be on Deer Valley 17. Once again, putting their offense in even greater field position. And there is Coach Tracy Carroll having a phenomenal night with his team, dominating on all aspects of this game. And sending a man in motion, the ball is snapped. Quick pitch right to the tight end once again. Able to get a couple yards forward. That is number 9. That is Jack Britta once again. On that motion toss play right up the middle. Was able to pick up many yards there. It'll be 2nd and long here for Chaparral. Back into the shotgun formation. One running back in the backfield. Quarterback scanning the field. Ball is snapped, dropping back, looking for the open man. Had one man open down the middle. Wasn't able to connect, just overthrew him. Intended wide receiver was 85. Cruz Keith would have been a touchdown if the ball was able to get into his hands. Just slightly overthrown there by quarterback Ryan Trocchi.
Number 7. Half the distance to the goal. Play first down.
And it looks like there was once again a penalty on Deer Valley's defense, which is going to be pushing Chaparral even further into the red zone. They will now be starting at Deer Valley's 7-yard line in phenomenal field position. It'll now be 1st and goal. Back into that shotgun formation, one fullback. And it's going to be a toss to the fullback going down the middle, running some guys over and tumbling into the end zone. And that is number 22. That is Max McGinney. However, there is once again a flag on the play. We're going to see who that's against.
On the play. Number 8, the offense.
Okay, so it looks like it was an unsportsmanlike conduct on number 8 for Chaparral, that is Ryan Shaganesi. However, the touchdown will stand, and the penalty will be applied to the kickoff. So Chaparral attempting for the extra point here. Ball is going to be kicked, and it is good. It is now 45-14 Chaparral here. And once again, that touchdown was number 22, Max McGinney. We've seen Coach Carroll tonight run that motion fullback toss over and over again tonight, able to put some points on the board with it. And again, Deer Valley's defense just made way too many mistakes and way too many penalties on that drive. Made that drive much too easy for Chaparral. Already starting in phenomenal field positions, 2 penalties put them pretty much at the goal line there. Able to punch the ball in for another 6. Deer Valley will be receiving here. Be 10:54 left in the 4th quarter. And the ball is kicked, and it's going to be a squib kick, forcing Deer Valley to return it this time. It's going to be picked up, taken to the right side, able to make some guys miss, finding some gaps, and is finally tackled down. And that was number 5 on the return. That was once again Colson Paxton. And Deer Valley will be starting at the 41-yard line. Phenomenal field position for their offense to start at. Now what we're starting to see here is that Chaparral's offense has been on the field way longer than Deer Valley, chewing up much more clock, effectively giving them more opportunities to put some points up on the board. We're going to have to see if Deer Valley's offense can stay on the field this time. Been struggling with 3 and outs for the last couple drives. Going back into that shotgun formation with 2 running backs this time. Ball is snap handed off to the running back right down the middle. Met at the line of scrimmage, only able to gain about a yard. Met by defensive tackle Braden Boucher. Able to meet the running back at the line of scrimmage and stop that gain to only 1 yard. Chaparral's defense has been able to hold back Deer Valley pretty effectively since this second half started. Deer Valley going back to that shotgun formation. Only 1 running back in the backfield this time. Well, the snap, quarterback dropping back quick out to the running back, and it was behind. And the refs are going to call it a incomplete pass there. Quarterback threw it just a little too far behind the running back, wasn't able to pick it up. The intended target was Aiden Sanchez. It'll now be 3rd and long here for Deer Valley. And quarterback Gabby Yunker just having a difficult go at it right now. Stepping back up to the ball. They're going to be going back to that trips right formation. 1 running back in the backfield. Chaparral showing 4.
Delay of game against the Skyhawks. On the offense, 5-yard penalty. So second down.
And once again, there's going to be another penalty on Deer Valley. That's just something you can't afford this late into the game, especially when you need points on the board. Pushing you into a 3rd and long. It is now going to be about 3rd and 14 here. Valley back on the line. They're going to be running trips left here. Some miscommunication on the formation. Quarterback drops back looking for the open man. Defense feels pressure, rolls out to the left. Throws the ball over, able to find a man. Ball is caught before being hit out of bounds. That is number 6, Bryson Keith, making the play there. It's going to be a first down for Deer Valley. Gavin Yunker feeling pressure, rolling out of the pocket, able to make the throw right over the cornerback. Great play there by the quarterback. It is now going to be 1st and 10 once again for Deer Valley. And we're going to see if Deer Valley tries to get Gavin Yunker some more passing plays, make some more things happen. Sending a man in motion. Drops back looking for the open man, down to the running back. Quick little swing out route, able to make some things happen. However, is met with a big hit from Chaparral. Number 20 from Chaparral, that is Jet Archuda, making a big hit on the running back. Number 6 there, Bryson Keith, able to pick up about 9 yards before getting stopped. And that was just a quick little swing out route to the running back there. Once again, going into that spread formation, that trips right. Quarterback Yunker in the backfield. Dropping back, looking for the open man. Throws to the outside, just a little too far behind him. Pass is going to be a little too short. It will be incomplete there. Would have been a first down if caught. It's now going to be 3rd down. Looks like a miscommunication there between the wide receiver and the quarterback. Looks like the quarterback expected him to come back for the ball. It is still going to be 3rd and 2 here for Deer Valley. Desperately need this first down in order to put some points up on the board. Needs to try to get some momentum on their side. Looks like they're going to be going back into that empty formation. Trips right this time. Quarterback dropping back, looking for the open man. Finds someone on the out route. Able to make the catch and gain some yards before going out of bounds. That is number 2, Brody Keith. Starting to put his name in the hat for the number 1 target for this Deer Valley offense. It's going to be 1st and 10. And it's going to be a timeout.
Firebirds. The first charge timeout of the half.
Gavin Yunker making some good pass plays here. It looks like Deer Valley, Coach Freeman starting to shy away from the screens and starting to open up the intermediate pass game now. A lot of out routes from what we're seeing here. Chaparral starting to struggle holding back that passing offense right now. We'll see if Deer Valley decides to stick with it or if Chaparral's going to start bringing in some blitzers, put some pressure on quarterback Gavin Yunker. There's 8 minutes left in the 4th quarter, so if Deer Valley really wants to make a move, they may need to start opening up the playbook a little bit more and hit those deeper passes. Try to score as soon as possible and keep as much time on the clock. Although they are progressing forward, the more time they burn, the more likely it is for Chaparral to hold on to that lead. Going back into that shotgun formation, twins on either side. Ball is snapped, handed off to the running back right down the middle. Able to find a gap to the outside. Drives the ball about 8 yards there. Good pickup by the running back. That is number 6. That is Bryson Keith. And it looks like it was a gain of 7 there. Deer Valley going back to the line of scrimmage here. There's going to be twin wide receivers on either side, one running back in the backfield. Quarterback scanning. Sends a man in motion. Ball is snapped, dropping back, looking for the open man. Finds someone down the field and able to make the catch all the way down the sideline. And that is going to be a touchdown for Deer Valley getting back into this game. And it looks like the defender there is fighting for the ball. However, there's a flag.
Holding on the offense, number 78. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. So second down.
And it is going to be a holding on Deer Valley, meaning that touchdown is going to be brought back.
You grabbed him and you threw him down. You can't do that. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
And that's just a tough break for Deer Valley right there. It was a phenomenal throw and a phenomenal play there by the offense to get into the end zone.
Previous spot.
Now they're going to be starting at a bad field position. It'll be second and long here.
10 yards.
All right, looks like Deer Valley will be starting at the 35. However, after a phenomenal throw by Junker, you would assume that they'd go back to it. Looking for the open man. Going deep once again. Down the sideline, just overthrows him just a little bit. Intended target was number 10, Austin Chavez there. Just a little too far, just barely out of his reach. It is now going to be third and long here for Deer Valley. And it looks like they're going to be trying to open up the pass game, trying to go for those deeper routes. They definitely have it open. They just need to connect with the wide receivers now. And this is where we saw Chaparral's defense struggle with the most. That deep coverage is not their strong suit. Deer Valley going to that trips right formation. Ball is snapped. Quarterback rolling out to the right side, looking for the open man. Find someone down the sideline. Is that enough for a first down, though? That was to number 2. That is Brody Keith once again. Getting some action in the passing game. It's now going to be fourth down. It'll be fourth and short. Looks like Deer Valley is going to be keeping the offense on the field. Coach Freeman deciding to go for it here. And we're starting to see Gavin Junker start to open up on that passing game. Able to make some pretty effective plays so far. It's going to be trips left formation here. Quarterback scanning the field. Chaparral is showing 4. Junker rolling out to the left, looking for the open man. Able to find one down the middle. Able to make some people miss him, rolling down to the right. And he's going to be all the way into the end zone. That is number 2, Brody Keith. And that'll be a touchdown for Deer Valley. It is now going to be 20-45. And once again, that is where we see Chaparral's defense struggle quite frequently, is that they're not able to cover that intermediate to deep pass. Deer Valley able to take advantage of that. Gavin Junker rolling out to the left, looking for the open man, able to find him down the middle. Brody Keith able to break into the open field and score that touchdown. They'll now be going for the extra point here. Ball is kicked and the ball is good. It is now 45-21 after a touchdown by Deer Valley. Chaparral still up with 45. However, Deer Valley's offense getting some momentum in the passing game. Now, their defense is going to have to be as on it as possible to try to get Chaparral on a 3 and out. Try to keep their offense from wasting any more clock and see if that Deer Valley's passing game can try to get them a couple more points before the clock runs out. However, there is only 6.5 minutes left. So at this point in the game, it would be very difficult to get back. It's not impossible. We've seen them score in 30 seconds on the offense, and we've seen them make a great defensive play for a touchdown. But now we have to see if their defense can hold up, a defense that has been struggling for this entire second half. Chaparral's special teams will now be receiving the ball here. Now, we did see Jace Wilson have a really good play for a touchdown earlier this game. Deer Valley going for the onside kick, and it is bobbled. However, it looks like Chaparral is able to recover it. Number 9, Jack Britta, able to recover the ball and come down with it. Chaparral will maintain possession here. Offense coming back on the field. They'll be starting at their own 47-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Chaparral here. And now we're going to see if Chaparral does the same thing that they did similarly to the end of the first half, where they decide to let Jace Wilson just run the ball and try to burn as much clock as possible. In that shotgun formation, trips left. Quarterback dropping back, quick throw out to the left, and it's going to be incomplete. Right through the hands of the wide receiver. The intended target was Gage Porter, number 16 there. It'll be 2nd and 10. Offense going back into the huddle. Looks like they're going to have a couple of changes for their players there. We'll have a different running back in the backfield this time. Quarterback sends a man in motion. Ball is snapped. Handed off to the running back right down the middle. Met at the line of scrimmage. And is stopped there. Isn't able to gain any yards. That is number 23. That is Brandon Cota. Chaparral deciding to change up their personnel here. And it is going to be 3rd and 10 here for Chaparral. And again, Chaparral's here most likely would want to get this first down, try to burn a little more clock on the time. And they're going to be going into that spread formation. Twins on either side. Quarterback scanning the field. Ball is snapped. Dropping back, looking for the open man. Throws down the middle. It's bobbled, but then caught by the wide receiver. However, it looks like the pass was broken up. It is going to be incomplete. Almost an interception there. But the defender wasn't able to hold on. That was number 7, Sergio Gonzalez, breaking up the play there. Almost able to strip the ball away from the wide receiver. It'll be 4th and 10. The ball was batted, and it looked like it was caught by the wide receiver. However, cornerback Sergio Gonzalez able to break it up. 4th and 10. Chaparral will now be punting the ball. Ball is snapped. Ball is kicked. And Deer Valley is going to return it, and they're hit. It is a free ball. And Deer Valley able to pick it up at the 10. And it looks like the returner that was hit is going to be down on the field. That was number 5, Corson Paxton, trying to jump up and pick up the ball without calling for a fair catch, and was hit extremely hard by Chaparral, causing a fumble.
Illegal formation.
Deer Valley was able to pick
Too
up
many
the
men
ball.
in the backfield. 5-yard penalty, re-kick.
And we see Colson Paxton is down. Hoping that he is okay. He's been a big contributor for Deer Valley's team today. And there we go. We see Colson Paxton able to get up, be taken off of the field. He's been very efficient for his team this game. Hoping nothing but the best. Hoping that they are okay and that they will be able to recover. And Deer Valley was able to recover the ball at their own 10-yard line, so they will be starting deep into their own territory. And it looks like they'll actually be moved to Chaparral's. Or it looks like Chaparral may be replaying 4th down here. Okay, it looks like Chaparral will be replaying the 4th down here. Once again, they'll be punting. Ball is kicked. Deer Valley will be returning. It's going to be a fair catch. Deer Valley will now be starting at their 22-yard line here. And Chaparral's defense wanted to do their best to stop Deer Valley here. Hopefully get their offense back on the field as soon as possible to burn out some more clock. Deer Valley's main goal is going to be to score as fast as possible, leave as much time on the clock as they can if they're looking to get back into this game. They'll be going back to that shotgun formation. We saw that the pass game was very effective. We're going to see if they stick to it. And was able to make Chaparral jump off sides once again.
On the defense, 5-yard penalty, still 1st down.
That'll be a 1st down for Deer Valley. And we've seen that happen quite a few times with Chaparral's defense. Deer Valley seeing that they're bringing on the blitz, faking on 1, trying to go on 2, and Chaparral jumping off sides. There's going to be 1st and 5 here for Deer Valley, back into that spread formation. Ball is hiked, handoff to the running back right down the middle. Able to pick up about 4 yards there before being brought down. And it looks like Deer Valley is going to be trying to go for the 1st down here. It'll be 2nd down. Looks like they're going to be going back to that running game. We'll see if they come back to the passes here. The 2nd is short. Trips right this time. Quarterback scanning the field. Ball is snapped. Quarterback dropping back, looking for the open man. Finds someone short to the left-hand side. Able to pick up a couple extra yards after the catch. That is once again number 10, Austin Chavez, making the play there for his team. And it'll be a 1st down for Deer Valley. And Deer Valley will now be on their 42-yard line. Looking like they're going to go back to that passing game, trying to open back up, put some points on the board as soon as possible. Might want to be the time to start running a hurry-up offense. Just let a whole minute burn off the clock. And it's going to be a handoff to the running back right down the middle, able to pick up about 5 yards before being stopped. And that was number 6, Brian Keith, for the run there. And it looks like Deer Valley might just be letting the clock run out. Going back to that spread formation, twins on either side, one running back in the backfield. Ball is snapped, quarterback dropping back, looking for an open man. Check down to the running back, able to make some guys miss and get the 1st down. And once again, that is number 6, Bryson Keith there on the check down play. Able to pick up the 1st down for his team. Back into the short game for Deer Valley. We're going to see if they try to open it up, going back to that trips left. They have 3 minutes left in the quarter. Ball is snapped, handoff to the running back right down the middle. And it looks like it's going to be for no gain.
footballers tonight. How about
All right, Deer Valley heading back onto the field.
That amazing band.
Going back into that shotgun formation. Ball's going to be snapped, looking for the open man. Too much pressure in the backfield, able to sack the quarterback. That was number 42. Able to get into the backfield and put that pressure on. That is Calvin Morgan for a huge loss there. And Deer Valley coming back onto the field. And pressure in the backfield. Quarterback tries to make a throw, and it is intercepted by Chaparral. That is number 14 taking it down the sideline. That is going to be an interception by Jack Ellis, and there are flags on the play, most likely for that spike to the floor. And it looks like Jack Ellis is down with a knee injury, possibly from the celebrating. But there will be flags on the play for that excessive celebration there.
After the interception, we have a dead ball on sportsmanlike. Number 18 on the offense, or the team. First. It's going to be the other way, yeah. You're right.
And that is going to be bringing the play back there after
They
making a
better
huge
kneel.
play on the defensive side. The ball will be going back to Deer Valley here. Or it'll be Chaparral's ball. They're just going to be pushed back. It'll be 1st and 10. Trips left this time. Ball is snapped. Quick screen to the left-hand side. Able to make a man miss. Takes the ball forward down the sideline for a huge gain there. Great catch and run there. That is number 16. That is Gage Porter making the play for his team. However, there is a flag on the play once again.
Distance. Dead personal foul on the defense. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
And it looks like that penalty is going to be on Deer Valley.
That's just a personal foul. It's not
going to move
unsportsmanlike.
forward. And Chaparral in the red zone. 2 running backs in the backfield. Ball is snapped, and they are going to take a knee and going to let the clock burn out. They'll take one more, and then that will be the end of the game. And a phenomenal performance here by Chaparral on all aspects of the game tonight, both the offensive, defensive side, as well as the special teams. 45-21. Touchdowns from multiple different players, along with the kicker. Braden Baker not missing a single kick. However, number 1 player of the game tonight, most likely Jace Wilson, putting up 3 touchdowns in this game.
The Deer Valley Jayhawks 21, your Firebirds 45.
And that will be the end of tonight's game of Week 6 of Chaparral High School football. A dominant performance, 45-21, beating Deer Valley, putting them at 3-3. Again, high school football fans, we thank you so much for tuning in to watch this game, brought to you by Proclamation Productions. Once again, Proclamation Productions is a media production company with the goal of producing all types of digital media. This live broadcasting would not be possible without our amazing team, and as always, we are so excited that you decided to watch the game with us tonight. If you do want to support this team and the work that we do, the best way to do so would be by the descriptions below. I am Jacob Vasquez. I was your commentator for the night, and that is the end of Week 6 of Chaparral High School football.